I'm ready. I keep rolling 20s. Can you hear me now? Greetings, programs. My name is Ingrid Bernal. Hanker Inferno is what they call me. My real name is Brandish Gilhelm. That's not true either. My real name will be actually more public in coming months as some new projects I'm doing come to light. I'm going to start revealing my actual self as time unfolds. What y'all know. What's up? Welcome back to Runehammer. You guys, it's Thursday night. Or is it Friday? No, it's Thursday night right now. And why am I soaking wet? By the way, this hoodie is not what I was wearing. If you look over on the EZD6 Discord server, you will see how soaking wet I was. Yo, Thor came to Philadelphia tonight, and he brought a mighty gift. Why the hell am I on YouTube right now? Because it takes so long to do what I'm about to do. Now, lately I've heard this term content creator getting tossed around a lot. Anyway, are you a content creator? Yo, welcome back to Drunkens and Dragons. My name is Hanker Inferno. I've been here the whole damn time. Y'all know what's up. April 10th is going to be 8 years of Runehammer. Can you guys believe that? 8 years. April 10th has always been Runehammer Day. Why? Because long before Runehammer existed, I used to quit my job on April 10th for reasons I can never explain. It's also my mother-in-law's birthday, so shout out to the double L and the double N. Anyway, y'all. What's up? Double T. It's academic at this point. What's going on? What the hell am I talking about? And why am I being so cagey about it? It's this. It's these things in my hand. Oh my God, I'm so excited. And I'm not bullshitting either when I say Thor came to Philadelphia tonight. It was like 83 degrees here in April today. And everybody who knows anything about anything is walking around the city going, something weird is about to happen. And sure enough, the rain came. Now, people throughout the United States know what's up. There's been some insane weather. If you are going through some trials and tribulations and hard times right now because of insane weather, my heart goes out to you, and hang in there, because it's been a little bit wild. And people throughout the world, oh my gosh, the world has been a little bit crazy in 2023. We're dealing with a lot of bullshit right now. But I gotta say, it's starting to become the rule rather than the exception. Anyway, I hope that you and the ones you love are safe tonight, wherever you are, because we're going to talk about some silly shit, not the serious stuff. We're not going to pretend like the serious stuff doesn't exist. We're just going to take a little bit of a break from it, and we're going to talk about some slightly sillier things. Now, a year ago, oh my God, I think it might be more than a year ago. Scotty, can you confirm this? Anyway, let's go back even further. Let's go 8 years back to Dagobah. You see, I thought I was pretty hot shit. I fired a torpedo down an exhaust tube. I blew up a Death Star. I was like, it's pretty cool. I didn't even need my targeting computer. But then I was like, I need to up my game. So I went to Dagobah. I learned about stew. I learned about living in a mud hut. I learned about Yoda. You know what I'm saying? Making rocks float. Make a box float. Backflips. Backpack. Green man. You know what I'm talking about. That is DM Scotty. So fast forward all these years, and not only is my mentor my close friend, it's better than that. It's better than that. The hobby and everything that we've been doing as creative people, as erudites, as readers, as researchers, as role players, as artists, as doodlers, as character sheet makers, as voice pretenders, all these things that we've been doing, improv masters, party hosters, everything that we've been doing together, it does have high points. It does have good parts. And our hobby has become more complex in recent years because of the internet, because of our abusive boyfriend relationship with the company that will not be named, our internal identity search as we realize that the brand is not the hobby, that they are separate, that we must search deeper if we want to be true to the very nature of the thing that we've been fans of all along, but we must now become more critical and we must look deeper to hold the torch of the thing that we thought was beautiful because it is being plunged into the swamp and we refuse to be plunged into a swamp. In that whole process, in this whole crazy experience of a silly thing, by the way, the reason that I'm on YouTube is a silly reason. It's really rooted in silliness. But between human beings, there is something that is better than silliness. It's friendship, and in rare cases, it's deeper than friendship. And this is what I share with none other than the inimitable, the infinite, the originator, DM Scotty. Now, to originate a thing is not to own a thing. And my mentor has always been a great example of this. To grow a plant is not to own a plant. To harvest a crop is not to own the land, but to be a steward of it. And he has always been an example of that to me in the best fucking way. And I've just been chasing on his coattails. He's taught me about how to design things by looking back, not by imagining what might be. But not looking back like the old school is where it's at. No, no, no. Looking back on what has really happened. Like an artist that looks at a sketchbook that they've done and then decides to do a piece, rather than the artist who dares the new frontier, imagining that it will be adored. And there is a difference here. And I used to be of the latter type. But Scotty has showed me a crazy way of the former type. And tonight, I was stuck on my bicycle. I was riding home, hanging out with a very good friend of mine, one of the Dirty Jobs crew. Had a great time, but it was pouring rain and I got drenched riding my bike home. And when I arrived home, I saw something there on the concrete behind the fence, and it was two little packages drenched in rainfall. And if you look on the EZD6 Discord, you will see it. And I knew instantly from the shape of these two little soaked packages exactly what they were. And they're in my hand right now, right here. Now, everybody knows exactly what this shit is. Me and Scotty have not been secretive. I've been a collaborator with my mentor, which is like a privilege that very few people enjoy in this lifetime. But we've done more than enjoy that privilege. We have made each other better. We're in a constant sort of a state of conflict almost, me and Scotty, because we think in very freaking different ways. And I know that lately things have been very produced, and there's almost like a Hollywood feel to our hobby, and I'm not part of that. And I firmly want to just say that I am not part of that. And I throw no shade at it. But I am a sort of a maker by instinct, not a sort of an image creator, or I don't do video production in a certain way, or present myself in a certain way. I'm a maker. I like things in my hands that I create. And I've learned more and more about myself in this process. And tonight, these soggy little packages and the way that they packaged these books made them safe from Thor's fury tonight. And I picked them up and I wiped all this freaking crazy rainwater out of what little hair I have left and peeled off these cardboard sheaths. And the Book of Quests is in my hand. And we have worked on this so long, you guys. And you girls, and you both, and you neither, all of you people out there, no matter how you see yourself. I'm so glad you tuned in. Welcome. Hello. When this project began, it was an absolute mess. It was total chaos. And Scotty almost proved to me in his insanely terrible writing style how true to form he is as a tabletop warrior, not as a packager or a presenter. Scotty lives at the table as a game master and as a storyteller, not as a writer. And I had to deal with that in the beginning of just, it drove me mad with it. But slowly we reached a new understanding. And that is what took the longest in the process of creating this book. But also, inch by inch, we fought our way through all of the 18 quests in this book. This is EZD6. This is the second book, the Book of Quests. Here's the paperback, the Book of Quests. Now, EZD6 is a very simple rule structure, right? It really uses a chained rolls on a D6. It uses hyper simplified sense of what a 2-hit roll is, of what a stat is, which is almost a non-existent concept. Scotty's brain was not really focused on the core rules. The core rules are so simple that they don't really need to be focused upon. It was almost just a matter of pedagogy, not of design, of writing, not conception. But book 2 is quests. And right away, I realized something that is so brutally unspoken, which is that a zillion books are out there which are supposed to give you adventures and give you modules and give you things to do in our hobby. And they are all but unusable. They require so much conversion work and comprehension work and note taking that you find yourself baffled. And so me and Scotty set out to break that pattern with 18 playable blobs of RPG nonsense. This is the hardback of EZD6 Book 2. And here you see the paperback of EZD6 Book 2, the Book of Quests. And I wouldn't call it like a struggle per se. I wouldn't call it unpleasant in any way. I wouldn't call it it just was a great deal of work to curate all the art. Robert Rudnicki, you did a wonderful job. He was our cartographer. And Sean Scribbles Bova, my main man, slayed the game on this book from cover to cover. He did all the illustrations that aren't maps. And I feel that we pushed him to new heights. And we just been working on this Goram thing so long. But then in the darkest rainstorm, when you're soaking wet because you wore a frickin' t-shirt on a spring night, and you get home, and this wonder of RPG awesomeness is waiting for you. I know that it's a business, and I know that it's like, we need to sell books, and like the reason that we did this is to keep going and to express ourselves, and there's a lot to it, and all that other stuff. But I gotta say, there are moments of just giddy finger painting madness. Me and DM Scotty are making things together. That just process that. It's fucking awesome. Anyway, I'm not making this video, you guys, to boost sales or whatever. For one thing, this isn't even for sale yet. We have to do all the work to get it ready for that. These are the proof copies that come to make sure you don't have some insane typo like I always have, or like a crazy print error where everything looks wrong. But it doesn't look wrong. We really, I feel we upped our game as far as error checking and stuff like that. But again, that's not the point. The reason that I just jumped on YouTube really quick is I wanted to holler, and I also wanted this to be archived, which obviously it will be. I think lately there's been so much attention on our hobby that's negative and industrial. And yes, I'm calling you out. Wizards of the Coast, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you making it about all these fucking corporate like slideshows and why are you doing this? I mean, I understand that it's growing and changing, and I'm totally groovy with all that stuff. But why are you putting off this weird ass vibe and making everybody feel a little bit strange? That's not what it's about. What it's about is this feeling right here, being rain soaked and coming home and seeing a little soaked wet cardboard thing behind a chain link fence by your house and running back there and unwrapping it and hoping that the rain didn't get through the cardboard and that the books are still protected because you made a book with someone that you care about who is also really weird about this hobby and actually has a really good sense of doing fucking adventures on a one-on-one basis and has been doing it for years for fun. It just seems so simple and so cottagey. It's like making cheese. Do we really need a bunch of PowerPoint presentations and bullshit about cheese? No. We just love eating cheese together. And I don't want to throw shade at anybody. I want everyone to have fun in whatever way they have it. But lately times have been getting a little strange and a little bit strained, and I know everybody out there, and thank you all for tuning in, is feeling some of this shit. It's a little bit of a weird vibe. Am I right? Am I crazy? A weird vibe about the simplest fucking thing, which is basically sitting at a table with your friends, eating chips and talking about dwarves. Is that such a big deal that corporations need to freaking slap me upside the head or like act weird or like vortex some shit? The answer is no. The fundamental instinct of what's fun about this is right here, and I feel it tonight. Flipping through this shit and thinking about how Scotty came up with all these weird ass ideas, but honestly, I wrote it all. I realized that Scotty's writing was so crazy and creative. I just had to understand his writing and then write it from scratch. But that's the relationship that we have right now. We have that homey relationship that is the root of this hobby. This hobby is not about selling things. It's about your friends and talking about shit that is silly, but encouraging each other's silliness. So this video is not about the state of things right now. It's not to promote this as like a sales thing. It's just to say like, man, the actual thing that is fun about what we do is so alive and well. It's so alive and well that Thor brought this to me. That it couldn't be a better way to get these two proof books than in a massive rainstorm, soaked to the bone. I had my t-shirt. I didn't even want to put it in the hamper because it was like get all the clothes wet, right? Have you ever been in the t-shirt was utterly soaked, you guys. This is what it's about. It's not about hugeness. It's about one another. It's about individual people getting to know each other and being creative together and being fucking silly together. And the industry piece is definitely fun. Don't get me wrong. It's how I pay my bills. It's exciting and it's a challenge, but it shouldn't take the conversation. Yeah, that's what I meant to say. The industry part of it is not the conversation. And I don't know about y'all, but I feel like the industry piece is so, it really wants attention lately. And I wish it would shut the fuck up so we can talk about the actual stuff. Right? Like there's a giant iron head and it's hollow. And that's actually the final room of the dungeon. And it's swinging on a chain. And you're stuck up here and you need to find a way to jump into this freaking thing and get in there and kill this lich who has a giant obsidian sword, which is the key to the dungeon, which is way out like 300 miles away in the desert. But this is the only way you could find to get the key. That's what we should be talking about. And that is the vibe of this. And also, you guys, EZD6 book 2 it's a series of quests. It's like adventures, right? It's 18 of them. And they kind of are modular in a way. You can kind of plug them in any different spot that you wanted in a campaign. But they also build up to a big ending. And when we started to see the ending coming, and we realized like it sort of had to happen and we needed to write it as an ending, like this big kind of thing. Obviously, Scotty is the primary creative force here. I am just a sort of a curator or a custodian of Scotty's ideas. It really started coming together and it really started feeling tasty. And so we're going to just live on Drive Through RPG for now with these. And eventually, when we finish the third book, we're going to combine them, or we're going to really make, I think, a book that's truly going to matter for the ages. But fuck, that does not matter at the moment. It's just the fun of seeing like Sean's art in our book and like our adventures and just so I know this kind of behavior and these poorly created videos are the reason that so many other YouTubers and stuff are vastly outgrowing me and outpacing me. And I am absolutely 100% okay with that. My role in the world is not a television personality. I am not filmed with a ring light, or I do not have an editor who edits my videos for me. I'm just one dude this is literally my room. This is not a set. I actually live here. Like that's my laundry right there. Those are my unpainted miniatures. There's some of my books up here. I know this limits my growth and like the sort of the new virosphere or whatever that we're looking at, but to be completely honest, I never signed up for that. And a lot of you guys have been asking, and I want to give a quick answer before this stream is over. But yes, my Facebook and my Instagram got hacked. I was hit with a password bot that changed my password like every few seconds, and my accounts were deleted by the corporation that owns Facebook and Instagram. I think it's called Meta, right? So I was completely annihilated from both those platforms. And I really don't want to return to those platforms, because if that's what's going to happen, then, you know, I don't enter abusive relationships. This is why I don't buy 5E products. That was an unexpected sick burn. I don't stay in abusive relationships. So if they want to delete my stuff and everything, you know, over almost 15 years of craziness, yeah, you know, that's all. It's all good. Whatever. But I'm not just going to move back in with the boyfriend that beats me up. I'm not doing it. So I'm going to move on. We'll see what's next. So if you're having a hard time getting a hold of me or catching up with me, please email me directly, hankerin.furanail@gmail.com. Hit me up. That's me. I'm not secret. I'm just an individual. But man, The reason I just jumped on YouTube tonight for no fucking reason is this has been so much work. And I'm so proud of what we did here, which is to try to present 18 things that you can really just slam onto the table with haste and a lack of preparation and a lot of enthusiasm and just have fun with it. And I'm really excited. And yeah, hey, thanks for that, David. Crow's Cage has been selling like insane. I don't know what's going on. It's so weird. Crow's Cage is $2 over on Runehammer.online. It's my new Shadow Dark adventure. I'm going to be doing several things for Shadow Dark this year. Big ups to Shadow Dark. I had no small part in it. I'm so proud of Arcane Library. The whole team there absolutely slayed Shadow Dark, and for good reason. It is not hype. It's not just viral, whatever. It's just quality, and quality shines. And you guys, man, I have waited so long for these to arrive. And Scotty, I'm so sorry that mine came before yours. I know because of the tracking numbers that Scotty has not gotten his proof copies yet. so so you can soak in that. So there's the paperback. Again, Sean Bova did all the art cover to cover except for the maps, which are done by Robert Rudnicki, my peoples. And then the hardback is sticks with the other hardback, and it'll match it right on your shelf, right there. And you know, it's not about like hard work or something. It's just like, I don't know. It's just a sense of a thing that needed to be, and it's so cool to work and become friends with someone you really do admire and relate to. And you know, the internet has had all kinds of fucked up, terrible effects on our life as humans. Let's face it. The digital age is super weird. We're definitely going toward the cyberpunk age that everybody warned us about. It's definitely happening. But there are good parts to it, which is you can meet people that are of like mind and that in some cases are, you know, more highly elevated that you can become friends with and really connect with. And that makes all of the other bullshit completely worthwhile. And so I hope that everybody out there in this crazy cyberpunk world that we're entering in the 21st century can find the good things about the connectivity of our new world. And I know, oh my gosh, right now there's so many people going through hard times all around our planet for different stupid reasons, mainly greed. Greed being the number one reason that's probably making people miserable across the planet right now. But wherever you are, if you can hang on and you can help each other out and just contact me, contact anybody directly, and let's help each other out. And I want to send a couple little shout outs to my peeps. A quick one out to Lynette, my man Obis, what's up? Thor Marked, you know what's up, my man. And you guys, I didn't want to do anything. There's really no point to this video. I'm supposed to stream tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to talk about recent developments in our game. I've got 2 marathons coming up. I want to step to the plate. Order of the Amber Die. If you're watching this, Graham, Adam, all y'all. Wait. Anyway, what's up? I'm coming for you. And all this stuff with corporations that are flailing, trying to grasp whatever it is we do. It's totally okay. That's what corporations do. No hate, no shade, but it is not the core of the conversation of what we do. This is not about industry. Nobody invented skateboarding, y'all. Skateboarding occurred. 2 people invented the modern sense of D&D. It's Gary Gygax and Dave Arneson, yo, not fucking Hasbro. So just remember that. And before that, there were people playing like Napoleonic war game simulations that invented what they reinvented. So Loving the actual cottage people that make things is a beautiful habit to have. And it's okay that corporations claim things and put logos on things. It's totally okay. That's what they do. Corporations are honestly the scourge of the 20th and 21st century. They are really dismal entities filled with hollow greed and nothingness, and all they do is drink our life from us. But it will be a flash in the pan. The concept of people relating to one another and creating and trading and living at a cottage type level, I don't really have a better word for it, will endure long after these corporations cheese themselves out and get boring, which I don't know about y'all, but it's definitely happening. Anyway, I'm not here to talk about that or throw shade. I'm just here to feel super happy about this little sphere of the universe that me and Scotty have created for y'all. And I can't wait for you guys to get it to the table and see how your players and your GMs fuck it up. Because that's the fun, all right? Now, you guys, my name is Hanker Infernale. I'm going to get out of here because I'm not even supposed to be here. It's Thursday night. Y'all need to get back to the cool shit that you were doing. Go watch The Pale Blue Eye again. You probably missed a few details, and it will remind you how to speak the English language. Short of that, King Paimon, props. I will see you guys on the internet. And until then, strength, honor, and beer. Until next time. I'm ready. Ready. Boop, 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 beautiful, boop, 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 beautiful, boop, boop, ready. Boop, 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 beautiful, boop, boop.